My name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman & Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan, and today we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. Are there specific parenting time plans that dads should follow? And when I say dads, really it doesn't mean so much specifically dad. It's just that most of the time it's still statistically the case that the mom has more custody than the father. So we say dads, but really anybody who's subject to a parenting time, dad or mom, regardless of the situation, is there a plan that they should follow? I mean, there is a plan. Whether they should follow it or not, or hatch their own plan, is going to depend on certain things. The goal should be to spend as much quality time as you can with your kids. That should be the goal. The plan, if you will, should be designed to service that goal. You're going to have to look at the age of the children. You're going to have to look at the availability and the schedule of the children. Sometimes kids are overscheduled and it doesn't leave a whole lot of time for parents and family. You're going to have to look at that. You're going to have to look at your work schedule. You're going to look at the other side's work schedule to try and coordinate a plan that makes sense, that allows you to have meaningful time with your kids. Now, what does that look like? In every family, it may look different. It may be what we call 5-2-2-5, where you're sharing the child 5 days in a row, then the other 2, then the other 2, then 5, and try to divide up that week. It could be 1 week on, 1 week off, that sort of self-explanatory. It could be 3 days, 4 days, 4 days, 3 days, depending on how you split that. There are all sorts of ways to do it. It could be that the plan is not exactly even during the academic year, but efforts are made to even it off during the vacation times. So the child may be with one parent from September to, let's say, end of May. And then June, July, August, where the vacation is, very heavily weighted toward the other parent. And that time, though there's less weeks there, there's 12 weeks there in the summer. But you have to understand what those weeks are. The academic weeks are really not as significant as the vacation weeks, because with a vacation week you may have your child with you and you may have the whole day to be able to enjoy parenting time with the child, whereas the academic year is basically a function of waking them up, getting them off to school at 8 a.m. They don't come back till 4:30. They do some homework, eat dinner, you got it for an hour, and then they get ready for bed. In other words, there may be more of those days, but the time and the quality time of those rush days, very challenging and not nearly of the same caliber as perhaps a vacation day in the summer. So here's my point. Different families weigh this differently. Now, let's say you got a couple that absolutely, positively cannot work it out. They cannot come up with a plan. They don't know how to come up with a plan. Whatever works for you doesn't work for her, and vice versa. What do you do? Well, most of the counties have a proposed plan. They have a schedule. They have a guideline that they can give you. The guideline is not supposed to be the most parenting time that one person under that plan should have. It represents probably the least parenting time that person should have, but it's a start. It's a place to go. So for example, in some counties, the way that plan looks like, it looks something like this. Alternating weekends from, let's say, after school Friday till Sunday after dinner. Alternating holidays. Mom gets Mother's Day, Dad gets Father's Day, alternate or split the birthdays. Someone gets Christmas Eve one year, next year they get Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. This is how those plans look. I've seen plans that literally detail every single holiday throughout the year and how they're divided. Sometimes the way they're divided is Dad gets the odd years, Mom gets the even years, or vice versa. My point is that there are all sorts of plans available. If you cannot work out a plan, whatever county you're in, you can contact a friend in the court, say to them, we're having trouble working it out. Do you have a plan? Does the county rely on a plan, and can we use that at least as a guideline of how we might do it? Now, if you have any questions about that, reach out, and of course we'll be glad to help you out.